the whole Palantir community got shocked today. A massive deal for Palantir has been revealed. Palantir will finally support NATO. Analysts are dropping their calls. This might be the catalyst we're waiting for. Will this finally push Palantir to 1 trillion? And how exactly will Palantir's stock benefit from it? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Something absolutely insane just went down with Palantir today. And no, this isn't your usual tech news fluff. We're talking about a massive development that could seriously shake things up. So, earlier today, Palantir announced a brand new partnership with NATO. This isn't just some minor collaboration either. NATO is tapping into one of the most advanced technologies Palantir has ever developed. We're talking cutting-edge, next-level stuff. The kind of tech that doesn't just help companies. It helps shape the future of defense and intelligence on a global scale. And this partnership? It's not just a big deal. It's a game changer. We're already seeing the shockwaves hit. Just look at Palantir's stock. It's on the move, and not in a quiet way either. In fact, one analyst took a close look at Palantir's monthly chart, and what he found is kind of crazy. He pointed out that the stock is holding strong, right above the midpoint of this huge ascending parallel channel. Basically, that's a fancy way of saying the structure is solid, and it's setting the stage for something potentially massive. If this setup plays out the way it's shaping up, the stock could push through multiple price levels. We're talking moves past the 100 mark, heading toward the mid-hundreds if momentum holds. And get this deal didn't just catch the eye of retail investors scrolling through headlines. Wall Street is paying attention too. In fact, the reaction from the big players? That's where things really start to heat up. Analysts over at Wedbush are calling this NATO partnership an extra tailwind for Palantir. They're saying what we're all starting to see, that artificial intelligence is ramping up fast, not just in the US, but across Europe too. Governments are going all in on AI, and Palantir? It's sitting right in the sweet spot, perfectly positioned to ride this massive wave of federal spending. Wedbush even went a step further, saying Palantir is one of their top picks to own heading into 2025. And it doesn't stop there. Stephen Guilfoyle, from The Street Pro, a seasoned trader, also chimed in with his take. He sees the NATO deal as having way bigger implications than people realize. In his latest column, he mentioned that this kind of partnership could trigger a shift, especially with US manufacturers. He's expecting a trend where companies start bringing parts of their operations back home, reshoring, which could open even more doors for Palantir's tech. Oh, and here's the kicker. Guilfoyle just raised his price target on Palantir again. He's now expecting it to push past the 110 mark, eyeing a move toward around $100 to $16. So what's this all actually about? Well, NATO just signed on to use Palantir's Maven Smart System, a seriously advanced AI platform that's already being used by every branch of the US military. Let that sink in for a second. This isn't some pilot program or experimental tech. This is battle-tested, high-stakes software, and now NATO is jumping on board. Details of the deal haven't been made public yet, but here's the wild part. The system is expected to be up and running within the next 30 days. That's fast. Like, really fast. And it shows how urgent and important this tech is becoming for global defense strategies. With this move, Palantir isn't just participating in the AI race, they're leading it. Governments across North America and Europe are shifting serious spending toward AI, and Palantir is right in the middle of it all. And remember, this comes right after another major announcement. A big contract with the US Army to support its next-generation command and control program. That deal alone could bring in up to 9 figures every year. That kind of steady government cash flow? It's the kind of thing investors dream of. These two back-to-back announcements are doing more than just grabbing headlines. They're calming down a lot of Wall Street's concerns about budget cuts affecting Palantir's government revenue. And more importantly, they're painting a picture of a company that's just getting started. This is really big for Palantir. Like, potential trillion-dollar company, big. Having NATO, the US military, and now even major federal agencies on board? That's the kind of momentum you don't see often. These deals aren't just about revenue. They're about validation. Palantir is proving that its AI solutions are not only powerful, but also essential to how modern governments operate. And here's where things go even crazier. Just a few days ago, Palantir dropped another bombshell. They're teaming up with Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency on a bold new project with the IRS. The goal? To build a massive API system that would totally streamline how IRS data is accessed. In short, They're trying to make one of the most complicated government systems run smoother with AI. And Palantir is the one trusted to do it. Think about what that means. Between defense, military strategy, and now federal data infrastructure, Palantir is planting flags all over the AI map. These are huge partnerships, and they're happening one after the other. It's almost like a domino effect, and every deal is another step towards skyrocketing growth. Put it all together, and what you've got is a company moving fast. Really fast. The deals are getting bigger, the timelines are getting shorter, and the Palantir team, led by a CEO who clearly isn't slowing down, is going all in. This is crazy, this is bullish, and honestly, for anyone holding Palantir, it's starting to feel like the beginning of something massive. And these recent partnerships, they're kind of a no-brainer. Like, people expected Palantir to start landing monster deals like this. It's not even shocking at this point. It's more like, yep, here we go again. One analyst on Twitter even said it best. We're officially in the most important race of our time. Not just any race, the AI supremacy race. And it's not just about tech anymore. Infrastructure's under threat. Cyber attacks are on the rise. This isn't sci-fi, it's reality. And AI? It's the new weapon, the new strategy, the new everything. Now for most people, AI just means cool apps and fun tools. You know, writing help, funny images, maybe a robot that can summarize a doc. But if you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, CEOs are realizing this isn't just about grabbing a chatbot and hoping for the best. It's deeper. You need infrastructure, you need meaning behind the data, you need something that actually makes sense of it all. That's where Palantir comes in. One company, quietly, steadily, transforming how the government and massive enterprises handle AI. They're not just making AI flashier, they're making it smarter. Like one analyst said, Palantir doesn't hand you a model. They build the system around it that makes it actually useful. Without that, the AI's just guessing. And the crazy part is, even if you don't totally get how their tech works, it's becoming clear. Palantir is becoming the gold standard. How do we know? Just look at who's calling them. Nato, the US military, health agencies, federal departments, they're all lining up. Remember that whole thing the US military is building? It's like a digital brain that connects every branch, land, air, sea, space, and cyber, all talking in real time. Palantir's already deep in that space, especially with Titan, which is the Army's part of that big web. It takes tons of messy data from sensors and systems and turns it into actual decisions. Factual decisions. Fast. That's not something you just hand off to anyone. And this kind of few years ago, Palantir was behind Operation Warp Speed, the one that rolled out vaccines at record pace. Their Foundry platform, specifically a system called Tiberius, basically helped officials track everything. Doses, locations, bottlenecks, all in real time. That's what made vaccine distribution actually work when time was running out. And if you're worried about privacy, this ain't some data-sucking social media company. Palantir doesn't collect or sell personal data. They're not in the business of trading your info. They only work with clients who want to make sense of their data, and that's it. Now, fast forward to right now, April 2025. Nato just locked in Palantir's Maven Smart system, which uses generative AI and machine learning to make sense of battlefield data. This system literally lets a small group of soldiers handle tasks that used to need thousands of people. Like, this is game-changing for military ops. All of this, the IRS project, NATO, the Army, it's pointing to one thing. Palantir is becoming the backbone of government AI. And these deals? They're stacking up fast, like lightning fast. Which tells you one thing. The team at Palantir, and especially its CEO, they're not slowing down anytime soon. This is huge, it's bullish, and honestly, it's just getting started. Palantir is not just in the AI game, they're changing the game. For governments, for security, for infrastructure. They're showing up where it matters most, and in a world where trust is everything, they're the ones getting the call. Palantir is the gold standard. And if this AI race really is the most important one we've ever seen, and you're still wondering whether Palantir can hit a 1 trillion valuation, I'd say that's not a matter of if anymore. It's just a matter of when. And at this pace, that when might be closer than anyone thinks. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on
BlackRock finally breaks the silence. Let's not forget its massive impact on Shiba Inu. You remember how Shiba Inu tripled in price in just a couple of days? Well, looks like the story might repeat. The BlackRock with its billions of US dollars is ready for the next move. And that is a major win for Shiba Inu Army and the entire crypto space. But what is actually happening? And why am I being so bullish? Well, let's find out. Disclaimer, it finally happened. The BlackRock Bitcoin Trust has finally flipped the grayscale. Bitcoin Trust as the largest Bitcoin ETF following the latest round of inflows. This development has been catching our attention for quite some time. Just after the Bitcoin ETF was approved back in January, we saw Grayscale, an entity with significant Bitcoin holdings, start dumping millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin every day. This created substantial selling pressure, causing multiple market crashes and leaving many of the world's largest Bitcoin companies in the world. To understand how this works, here's something important. When a large entity like Grayscale sells off massive amounts of Bitcoin, it floods the market with supply, driving down the price. This consistent selling created a downward force on the market, resulting in significant volatility and downturns. This is where the BlackRock joined with its daily accumulations of Bitcoin. Unlike Grayscale, which was offloading its holdings, BlackRock maintained a 71-day streak of consistent inflows. Without any dumping or flat numbers, this consistent buying acted as a counterbalance to Grayscale's selling. It was like a tug of war. Grayscale was creating significant selling. Pressure with its dumps, while BlackRock was scooping up the Bitcoin, steadily increasing its holdings. And now, with BlackRock's holdings finally exceeding Grayscale's, the dynamic shifts. The selling pressure from Grayscale won't be as massive as it was in the past because BlackRock is now the top holder. Shiba Inu holders are very happy right now. For some reason, Shiba Inu is super sensitive to Bitcoin movements, often reacting more dramatically than it should. For instance, when Bitcoin dumped by 5%, Shiba Inu followed suit, but dropped even more, sometimes by 10%. And now, with BlackRock's victory over Grayscale, this is very, very good news for Shiba Inu holders. The significant selling pressure from Grayscale's Bitcoin dumps had a ripple effect across the entire crypto market, hitting sensitive assets like Shiba Inu particularly hard. With BlackRock's victory over Grayscale, this is very, very good news for Shiba Inu holders. With BlackRock now holding the top spot and consistently buying Bitcoin, the entire crypto market is likely to experience more stability. This should help mitigate the extreme volatility that Shiba Inu often experiences in response to Bitcoin's movements. As a result, Shiba Inu holders can look forward to a more stable market environment, reducing the dramatic swings that have been so common. BlackRock now holds Bitcoins worth a staggering $19.4 billion. Eric Balchunas, a well-known ETF analyst, has the story. He said, from Bloomberg confirmed BlackRock's achievement, emphasizing that this fund is on track to make history as the fastest ETF to reach $20 billion in assets under management. The current record holder is the JP Morgan Equity Premium Income ETF, which took 985 days to cross the $20 billion mark. Remarkably, the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF has only been trading for 137 days, including non-business days. To put this into perspective, the difference is astounding. Imagine running a marathon where most participants finish in around 900 days. Then, out of nowhere, someone comes along and finishes the same marathon in just 100 days. The sheer speed and efficiency are mind-blowing, highlighting just how rapidly the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF is growing compared to its predecessors. This incredible pace underscores the fund's unprecedented momentum and the significant impact it could have on the market. And here's something interesting. Eric Balchunas mentioned in his Twitter post that he was a big fan of the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. It's official now. BlackRock Bitcoin ETF is king of the category, and prob will be for decades. The low fee, big boy liquidity, and the shares brand name is just too powerful. Although there's plenty of food for everyone. This tweet confirms that BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF has firmly established itself as the leader in its category. Eric predicts that this dominance is likely to last for decades, emphasizing the ETF's long-term potential. He points out three main strengths driving this success: its low fees, high liquidity, and the powerful issue's brand name. The low fees make the ETF cost-effective and attractive to investors. High liquidity means it can handle large transactions without significantly impacting the market price, ensuring smooth trading. The Ishar's brand name, known for its credibility and trustworthiness, further enhances the ETF's appeal. Even though BlackRock is leading the pack, Eric notes that there's plenty of food for everyone, suggesting that while BlackRock's dominance is clear, there is still ample opportunity for other players in the market to succeed. This underscores the robust and growing nature of the cryptocurrency ETF space. In addition to all of that, we've just hit 12 consecutive days of positive flows to Bitcoin ETFs. This is amazing, because in the past, Bitcoin ETFs often faced bumps in the road with periods of outflows or even flat activity. So now, seeing 12 straight days of inflows is a remarkable turnaround. This streak of continuous inflows indicates a growing confidence and interest in Bitcoin ETFs among investors. It means that more people are putting their money into these funds, betting on the long-term potential of Bitcoin and crypto in general. This positive trend suggests a bright future ahead for Bitcoin and its ETFs, as consistent inflows can lead to greater market stability and higher prices. The sustained interest and investment could mark the beginning of a more robust and resilient market for Bitcoin ETFs. And if you think that it only impacts Bitcoin, then you'll be wrong. As I have mentioned already, Bitcoin movements have a tight impact on Shiba Inu. This is probably one of the reasons Shiba Inu whales are going crazy today, because of all these good news. These positive developments could really mean that there is a bright future.